longer to be a boy because I figured there were some advantages to me being the only girl. But Laura Michelle was born, and I had a little sister. So Laura, I've written you a poem, Short Trip Down Memory Lane. I watched you grow, a little girl whose smile was aglow. A tiny nose and a blonde bowl, you were the one who made our family whole. You were playful and kind, sharing a room with you I didn't mind. You made us laugh all the time, but oh Wendy, how you rewind! Little Laura, you were soon a teen, field hockey in Lynchburg became your dream. So many silly moments, only you and I care. So many things we always share. Now, young lady, you are Robert's wife. And as you start this new chapter in your life, I will continue to watch you grow with glee. And sisters forever will always be. Raise your hand.
Thank you, Dana. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mark, and I'm Robert's best friend. And to begin, I just want to take a moment and mention the families of Robert and Laura, without whom we really probably wouldn't be here. So thank you to the Olivers, Jeff and April, and also the Christiansons. Bob and Chris, not only for raising such wonderful people, but for putting together this wonderful event. I know all of us are enjoying it very much, and also thank you for the beers. So let's have a round of applause for the families here. Now, what I want to talk about tonight is love. And I know some of you guys might be scratching your heads and thinking, what the hell is the single guy here doing, talking about love? What kind of advice is he going to give? Well, the bottom line is I don't really have any wonderful advice to give. I clearly have none. But what I can do is talk about people that I love very dearly. And that's Robert and also Laura. So I'll begin with Robert. Robert and I go back quite some time. 7th grade, to be exact. And I gotta be really honest here for just one moment.
Just one?
For just one moment, yeah. But when I first met Robert, I wasn't exactly thinking that I'd be standing at his wedding some 13 years later. Now, I don't know how many of you guys remember Robert's dancing phase in middle school. I know a few of you did. This kid was basically rocking blonde hair down to his belly button. And while the girls of Independence Middle School were quite jealous, I'm sure, I just wasn't that impressed. Didn't do it for me. Now, after a disputed wood shop race in which Robert was extremely gracious in defeat, right, Robert? And after a few hockey fights and some double dates as well, the friendship really did take off. And looking back, I really have to say, Robert, you truly have been a brother for me. A brother that I never had but always wanted. And you truly were there for me at all times. Some of the toughest moments of my life, but also some of the best, some of the funniest, some of the happiest moments. And I know many of you in this room share that same sentiment, that he's always been there for us. We can always depend on this guy, whether for good sound advice or a terrible joke about another king, another boss. So I just want to thank you for always being there, for your friends and for your family. Now with Laura, when I first met Laura, unlike when I met Robert, I kind of had an inkling that I might be standing at her wedding at some point in the future. The big giveaway, of course, was Robert, right before I met Laura, looking at me and saying, "Mark, this is the girl I'm gonna marry. And I think at that point you guys had been dating for 2 or 3, I was gonna say months, but maybe weeks. And so I thought to myself, well, I guess I better start liking this girl. But the truth is that it took no longer than a minute or two for me to realize something that most people in this room know very well, and that is the fact that Laura's one of the most sincere, one of the most caring, one of the most giving people in the world. And Rob's an extremely lucky guy to have her, and I know that he knows this extremely well. So I'm going to cut myself off before somebody else cuts me off. And we'll simply say that I sincerely could not be any happier for you guys. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy tonight, and know that tonight is just one, albeit an extremely special one, of a multitude of memories that you guys will share, and all of us here hope that you'll share with us. So let's put up our beverages of choice. And to Robert and Laura, so a wonderful, long, happy marriage. And last but not least, a bunch of blonde-haired little munchkins running.